Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. And tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Turns this to the 22.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On the ground, this is Quinshawn Judkins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Raiders defense.
They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 8. From the gun, Mayfield. That's complete. Lambert Smith. And he's going to be touchdown, but he's got the first down.
It's a gain of 18.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
On first down, here's Jenkins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Mayfield to throw it. He'll swing this out to Jenkins. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
A gain of 9 yards.
That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
First down. A gain of 9 yards. And
counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Judy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Raiders nothing. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Here we go.
Right back to JT on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Brings up 2nd and
the Raiders at 3-1 here through the first 4 games. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
And last week they took one on the chin, but to me, this is a pretty resilient bunch. So I don't think they'll dwell too much on that loss. And they'll be looking to come out in this one and make amends right now.
2nd and 10. To throw, it's Milton. Pass right side, caught by Thornton.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
12 yards.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On the set. Ready. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
Throwing is Milton. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. You look at this Browns defense.
They've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Now a second and 10.
Let's go. Let's go.
A give out of the gun to Genty.
Looking for a place, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Ready. Touch the eagle. Touch the eagle. Ready.
To throw is Milton. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Here we go.
On 1st down, it's Genty.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
They'll go again with Genty.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Okay,
Big play
ready?
coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Come on, come on. Set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Cup 19, Cup 19.
Here's Milton now to throw.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Browns will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The turnovers, obviously, Charles, always cost him. Man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
Pass caught, right side, Fannin.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Judkins going to run it out of the gun. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line.
I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now Mayfield. Here's a screen now for Pollard.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
And he is going to have the Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
There you go, partner. That's some old-school football right there. You need 1 yard? Give it to your bruiser at fullback and let him get the job done.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
They'll run from the gun. It's Judkins. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield, too.
Mayfield. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
180.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They go play action. Mayfield.
That's caught left side by Judy.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
1st and goal, Cleveland.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
An inside run with Judkins.
And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And they've stopped them on the first 2 downs. Obviously, this is an important play coming up here. I think it's more so for the guys on defense because if they stop them here, I think they've set the tone for the entire game, how difficult it's going to be to score on them.
Now here's a throw out wide. Oh, this might be a double pass. And the throw's going to be caught. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown. Sly on for the extra point.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Browns 14, Raiders nothing. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Here's Milton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Come on. Set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
Now Milton. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
36-yard line.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Give up the middle. Jenkins trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
180.
Mayfield down. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First down.
2 minutes to play. First half. It's 14-0.
First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
180. Hey, alert 33. What's up?
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is going to get out of bounds through the end zone, and that will go as a turnover as the defense will get it at the 20-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
10 yards.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. Ready.
Milton. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
Good call there on 1st down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years of not screaming out screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
2nd down and 4.
Here we go. Set. Panther and left. 70 Lions. Dragon 60.
Operating from the gun. Milton. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down. Milton. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded at the 20. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. That's going to be caught by Judy. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
34-yard line.
Now 2nd and 5.
Real. Sick. What's up?
Here's Mayfield. checks it down to Judkins.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
On the play. First down, Cleveland.
Throwing, Mayfield. Now he's going to step up and run.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Mayfield looks to throw.
That's complete. Lambert Smith.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
8 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
To throw, Mayfield.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
33.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Jerry Jeudy
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Browns take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Now Joey Sly for the point after.
And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Browns 21, Raiders nothing. Joey Sly set to kick off.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
On the double. 65.
A final shot before break. Milton.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to and the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. On the handoff, this is Judkins. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Really held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
From the 20, here's the 2nd and 8. There's a short one caught by Fannin. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rap.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Yeah, the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. 1st down, right back to Judkins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Quinshon Judkins, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 28-0.
Raiders nothing. Joey Sly set to
Joey
kick
Sly
off.
now to kick off after the touchdown. Pushing his way through. And all deep in his own territory, coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man complete. He's to the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Dante Thornton taking it in. And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now.
Makes the score Browns 28, Raiders 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone.
Tony Pollard on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Judkins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
180. What's up?
Mayfield to throw it. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception.
And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 33. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills. That time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end and have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 53 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 68 yards rushing for him now to this point. Second down and a little more than a yard here.
At the 14-yard line.
180.
They'll look to throw. The man is bound. He's got it. And the Browns are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just a third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll motion out one of the tight ends. They'll try again. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
It's now third and goal.
Just 2 yards, and now it's fourth and goal.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there to make the grab. And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Joey Sly set to kick
Joey
off.
Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll be out of bounds
downs across the 25.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
19 yards there on the catch and run. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
That's another Raiders first.
Throwing is Milton. Pass complete right side to Bowers. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Brock Bowers, 34 yards. And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Raiders 14.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now, as they will send this one away. And a pretty poor return, as he will dive to the ground to give himself up.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
180! Point it right, point it right, point it right. Watch out!
Now back to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
1st and 10.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Short throw, caught by Bowers.
And past the 35, will be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
And the Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 19 tight, 19 tight. Go.
To throw, it's Milton. Pass to Bowers once again.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Liking 18. Watch tight end, watch your geese. Tag, ready.
Quick throw complete.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Brock Bowers
with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Raiders 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
Any return to get you to midfield is a great return. One first down, you're almost in field goal position.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a 2-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last 2 drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get off of autopilot right now, okay? Get back to what was working for them earlier. Understand that they still have a 2-score lead, so it's not dire, but at the same time, okay, guys, let's mash the gas. Let's get going again. Let's have some fun.
Now Mayfield. This will be caught. Judy. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
1st and goal.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Now Baker going to change it up.
Run.
They'll run with Pollard.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Mayfield. His pass caught at the 4. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept them in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready, set.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
That's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, and there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Cowboy 80. Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready,
Here's Milton now to throw.
Throw left side complete. That's Thornton. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Brings up
You got the big
down.
lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and forever.
To throw is Milton.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the play.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us. But I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety rolling into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMarvion Overshown.
Mayfield's pass intercepted. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now Milton. They'll get this out to Genty.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Here's Milton. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down.
Ready? Crack all 80. Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready?
Operating from the gun, Milton. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all. Haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
With that pass, CD, he's now over 400 yards in the game. And even in a pass-first league, that is still a tough benchmark to hit.
And all week leading up to this one, all we read, heard about was the confidence he had that he could put up big numbers. Kudos to him for coming out here without belief in himself and for making it happen.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Mayfield going to switch things up here.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
To the left side, he finds Bond.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
180.
That's complete. Right side, it's Bond.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Point it right. 180. Watch out.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield.
They'll swing this out to Jenkins.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 6-yard line.
They'll give it to Jenkins.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
First down.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he takes this one in for Brown score.
Keandre Lambert-Smith
with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Browns are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Try for the PAT.
For the point after.
And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Next the score, Browns 47, Raiders 21. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you. As he'll be backed up to start this drive.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. And they will take a knee here. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Browns, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Cincinnati next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So for our entire crew,